All right. So today we've got another West Coast classic. This one is actually real special, and I'm gonna say this one's been on my backlog. This one actually came out earlier this year, but I took some notes on this one too because I haven't bumped this album in a while because of the previous albums I've been doing reviews on. So I wanted to make sure that I could revisit all the songs before dropping what I'm about to drop. Um, so just right off the rip, it's gonna be Hit Boy, Bluebucksclan, biggest out the West. There's a reason why they named it this. So one thing I will say too is if you ain't familiar, these two did perform at the Kenny and Friends earlier this year on Juneteenth. They are from LA. I don't know which part of LA, but they know they shit. These two are real special. They got a different sound. I feel like they rap different than a lot of LA dudes, and I feel like universally they could fit into every category of hip hop without trying to be nothing other than themselves. Um, the reason I say that is because these two, when I listen to their music, I get the image of these dudes are some top tier battle punchline lyricists who just figured out the formula of turning it into like shit that jumps at the club and on radio and in people's cars. Like their formula is tried and true and it really works. And I think that they found a pocket that no other underground artist was able to find. And yeah, there's a reason why they named this album this. But yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. Like this shit right here is no joke. So Blue Bucks Clan and Hit Boy, they all together really figured out a pocket, and now I'm starting to understand this album cover because these dudes really had to be in the studio listening to these beats that Hit Boy had and really like figuring out like what they're gonna do, and I think that's the importance of them having this album cover where they're focused. I mean, that's an old ass computer. That's one of the fucking I forgot what they call them shits, but like they really had to be in the studio working and figuring this out because this formula is not easy. These are some of the most interesting beats I've heard from Hit Boy, and I also feel like these were all beats that he was experimenting with them. I don't know how they figured out how to rap on this stuff. The bigger artists that get on the album don't outshine them. They happen to be level and level, and that's another important thing that people sleep on whenever it comes to just music and reviewing these albums in general. These dudes really stood tall, and it's funny because that's the name of one of the songs, "Standing Tall," right there. Um, but yeah, that's real important in hip hop to basically own your shit. When other artists get on your songs, you basically do whatever you do in a different pocket, or you match them or exceed them. No in between that. Like, and they happen to do all those things. Wiz Khalifa's featured on the album. Um, Two Chains features on the album. Dom Kennedy features on the album. But they basically leveled their work to be on the same wavelength, and it's ill. It's ill when you when you listen to these dudes and then you hear them get into a bigger spotlight and they deliver. They stand and deliver or whatever the saying is. They happen to deliver on that, and it's really exciting to see. So just like the last album, I took notes on this one. It came out back in March. I'd been listening to it and then I stopped listening to it recently to do all these other album reviews, and then I went back to it so I could have proper shit to say when it came to bumping this album. So on the left side, as normal, I have the Google track listings. On the right side, I have the Spotify album, but I can't play it. So if you happen to have Spotify or Apple Music or iTunes or whatever the case may be, definitely pull it up and play everything alongside this. Um, Today we celebrating. Today is gonna be the day where I reach 50 subs, so that's why I'm wearing this shit. And we were reviewing another West Coast classic, so I had to throw this on because of that too. So the first track being Forever. This track is an interesting production. The beat reminds me of street racing, strip clubs, and battle rap. DJ and Jeezy go off. That's one thing that they do on all the songs on this album. They go off and they always have something something to say, whether it's something that's funny as fuck or just something that just sounds hard as fuck. Um, Second song is Open Slot. It's got a green check next to it because I think that's a song that I put in the playlist. So some of my favorite songs off this album have green checks next to them. Open Slot being one of them. This is a banger. This is a perfect example of them having hilarious punches. World Tour. I like that song too. That song is dope. That's one of them. That's one of them different styles I was talking about. I really feel like on this album, Hit Boy was just experimenting with a whole bunch of different sounds, but it's crazy because all them together form these into actual songs that happen to work. World Tour, one of the best beats on the album. Hit Boy really showing y'all how many styles he's got. Blue Bucks really got their song structure mapped out. And it's not just on this song, but on this whole album, they really got their song structures mapped out. I feel like Hit Boy is basically playing these beats for him, or telling him like, "Yo, this is my new shit." And I feel like they not in the studio asking fucking and this is one thing that I don't like about not just fuck. I'm just gonna say artists in general. A lot of artists, they come into the studio and they be questioning every single fucking thing, trying to make it fit around their limited abilities. But cats who really know what they're doing go in there and are handed something and basically just turn it into whatever. It might need a few minor tweaks, but people really listen to beats and try to change the artists listen to the beats and try to change the whole fucking beat. And I'm sure a lot of producers are sick of that shit. And that's the reason why I feel that this needs to become a normal thing where a producer produces the whole fucking project. If I was Hit Boy, I would keep doing what I'm doing right now, where like he just takes over the whole project. And that's the reason why I'm able to say all this shit, because I feel like listening to all these songs, I'm able to tell that he was given the freedom to really experiment with shit and show people that all these different fucking styles on this album work. Like all these work. They work real well. And I feel like the only way to get these types of albums is having full creative control. And this is coming off of doing 3 albums with Nas. Let me correct that. Doing 6 albums with Nas. Doing a long ass album with The Game. He produced an album with The Game and his father right when his father got out. And that's another album I'm going to review. But he's been working, and to see him do all these different styles on this album, to me, just amazes the hell out of me. So yeah, World Tour, they really got their song structure mapped out. Safe Space, that's another song that's in that same, what I like to call the left field of beats. But that's a dope song. This one's a banger. This This song is for drinking with bitches. I skip this song whenever homies are in the car. That's one thing I wanted to throw in there. So this song Scroll, this song, it features 2 Chainz. This is actually one of the most popular songs on the album. This has 398,000 views, plays or spins. And that's a really good song. That the beat is like I don't know, it's really hot. It's really hot, but the sounds on it sound like some Chinese instruments or something like that. Like I don't know. I think it's like some type of strings or something. And I might be wrong, but it's got a really nice, elegant sound, and I really like that. Um, Useless. Useless is track number 6. And this song is a little more laid back. This song is more for the ladies. It's a good song for nighttime. Um, yeah, that's another thing I like too. Nighttime, like them nighttime songs, or them songs that got the nighttime vibes. I'm a big fan of those, and that's one of them songs. That's one of them nighttime vibes. So this song, Made for the Pole, this is actually, I think, the most popular song on the album. This song is 784,000. This is a song that features Wiz Khalifa. So this song is a banger, no doubt. I'm not really a Wiz fan, but yeah, like he's been on fire. He's got a lot of he really be knocking features out. Whenever he does features, he be making bangers. And I'm not saying that he doesn't with his own songs, but that's a skill when you go and do features with other dudes and them songs happen to be bangers. Like this is a perfect example. This one's at 738k spins. Like this is one of the ones. Um, all three of them, just like the song with Two Chains, they really mold together and make a fire ass song. This song works. It's got a nice hook as well. But made for the pole, as you can tell by the name of the song, it's about it's about something specific. Um, but yeah, same set as the Two Chains song. They hang with Wiz on this track. This is the most plays on the album. This is fire as fuck. So the track after that, number 8, is called Color Purple. This is an interesting trap beat. Hit Boy experimenting with styles on the production, but it all hits. The hook Jeezy did is perfect. They both ride this beat and make a banger. So yeah, the hook that Jeezy did on this track, really really nice. I like it. Even though I sound like Borat saying that shit, but I really mean it. Ship and Handle, as you can tell, has a check next to it. This is one of my favorite tracks off the album. Um, I really love the punchlines that these two come with. It's like they got such a funny mindset. Like whenever I hear this shit, whenever I hear their music, it just reminds me of like it's kind of like some real hood shit from just fly ass niggas, but the way they rap it, it just like I don't know. It's kind of like it reminds me of a hood cartoon. Like if there could be a hood cartoon, not necessarily like Boondocks, but just a little bit more like I don't know, just a little bit more, just a little bit more like modern, or how shit is today currently, specifically on the West Coast. Yeah, like it's kind of like a comic book depiction of just a lifestyle in general, and it's like the way they do it is so dope. So basically, what I mean to say by that is they live a really elegant lifestyle. These two is really good at what they do, and because of that, they have accolades in rap, and they're both young, and because of that, they're able to describe to us how they live in a really comical way with movie references to all types of shit straight up. These two are real smart, and I don't know how old they are, but they definitely have been around for a while. Like they make references to shit from like back when I was a kid, so they must be somewhere around my age. But anyways, yeah, all these fucking songs are fucking just comedy as fuck. They got some funny ass punchlines in their shit. Like I don't know. I just I just can't get past some of the shit they be saying in their songs. So yeah, Ship and Handle. Um, One of my favorite tracks off this album. The verses are comedy as fuck on this track. A West Coast legend makes an appearance on this track, and I'm not gonna say who. Track number 10 is Soul Taker. This is a song that features Dom Kennedy. This song is yeah, they really made heat with this one. Dom Kennedy has a strong presence on this, but one thing I can say is that the beat is yeah, I like that beat. Soul Taker, I really like that beat. That's a different kind of beat. That one is yeah, that's the beat actually that showed me that Hit Boy is gonna be the future of production. He's yeah, he's not playing. That's gonna be the future of production. And then Standing Tall. So for this one, track number 11, Standing Tall, I made a reference to that one earlier, but this is one to bang in the whip loud as fuck with the windows up the first time you play it. I think the reason I put that is because this is a beat that's it's like really equalized, but it bangs. Like it's a really different beat. It's to me it's West Coast trap. It's West Coast trap music. This is some West Coast trap music, straight up. Like this song is really solidified. This song, like it says, standing tall. It really stands tall. I don't know why this is 58,000 plays. More people need to bump that shit. That right there. If I could play it right now, I would, cause that shit right there, that's a banger. Turn that shit up, way up. Um, Fantastic. Not my favorite beat. it's not my favorite beat, but the track itself is still a go. That's another one that I can say he was definitely experimenting with, and yeah, that one is interesting. Although it's my least favorite track, it's still a good track. DJ and Jeezy got something to say on that shit. They got some funny punchlines on that too. And then track number 13, "Don't Count Me Out," features Ty Dolla Sign and Kalan dot FRFR. Is that Kalan K, or maybe Kalen? I'll say Kalan. I'll probably have it wrong, but Kalan for real. I'm assuming. Yeah, this track is fire. Ty Dolla Sign, he always be making magic with every track that he's on, and this is another one of them. And I can't remember if I've heard him on a Hit Boy beat before, but yeah, that one goes. That's another one that works. That song got 330,000 plays because that one's fire. Doggy Bitch. This song is lovely production. These two really did do a good job wrapping the album up. Slink Johnson's outro is comedy. Um, yeah, so this song when I hear it, it feels like a good outro song. It feels like they're wrapping the album out, wrapping the album up. But one thing I can say is due to the way this whole album is formed, these are gonna be some dope ass shows. I know that they performed at the Novo earlier this year, I think, and I fucking missed it. Um, whenever they do another show that I'm available to go to, I'm 100% sure that it's about to be a fire ass show because they have enough bangers, not just on this album, but just from all their albums in general. They have a whole fucking show of bangers on their roster, and that's real important too. That's the reason why I had to give them a shout out in this review because they've got they've got a long list of banging ass songs because of the way they format their songs. They've got song structure mapped out. They've got songs that I'm gonna be able to bump for years and years and years because there's always something to go back to, and that's real important. Um, so as you can see, the final check mark, Momentum. This is my number one favorite track. This song right here, whenever I hear this, it just reminds me of niggas about to drag race. Like this is like some shit where DJ and Jeezy are just in the cockpits of some really fast whips about to just take the fuck off on this beat. That's really the vibe I get whenever I hear this song. And Hit Boy is, shout outs to him. Like this song kind of, the drum kit kind of reminds me of Manny Fresh a little bit. And I know that's not intentional, but whenever I hear it, that's one thing I think of. I'm like, damn, like this 808 kind of reminds me of like that shit Manny Fresh used to be drumming. And but it's its own shit. And Hit Boy, like I don't know. This song in particular, whenever I hear it, I'm like, how the fuck do you rap to this? But these dudes all just came through and made a fire ass song out of this. And this song, everything I said about it applies to the whole album. They took these different sounds and just made fire ass songs that turn into a fire ass album. All 15 tracks are fire. This album is 40 minutes. This is just like the last album. It's a good length. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up with that. But this is another West Coast classic. I definitely recommend checking it out. If you got time on your hand, do not forget, bump this. Uh, if you can, like and subscribe. Whenever I can go live, I'm gonna start showing y'all a bunch of different stuff. Straight up, I'm 2 subs away, so if I can get those 2 subs and plus, and if y'all can spread the word on this, that would definitely help me out. This channel has been growing for a while. It's about to grow even more. I got a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes. I got a whole bunch of stuff already planned out from years back that I'm about to put into fruition. So yeah, if you can, like and subscribe. My allergies are fucking about throw it up. So I'm out. Peace out.